Solution to avoid tax deduction, TDS, on certain incomes. Banks or public financial institutions, while crediting interest on your account, deduct TDS on term deposits. In my practice, it is a common question asked by my clients is that of avoiding of deduction of TDS from their income. The deduction of TDS from the interest income can be avoided by giving a declaration in Form 15G or Form 15H and submit to your bank in the beginning of the financial year. But there are some conditions attached to it. Let's discuss the topic in detail in a FAQ model. What is Form 15G and Form 15H? Form 15G and Form 15H are self-declaration forms filed with the banks or financial institutions who deduct TDS on the interest income earned or accrued to not to deduct TDS on the interest income. Who can file Form 15G and Form 15H and when? Any resident individual, other than company or firm who is below 60 years of age having a valid PAN and does not have taxable income can file Form 15G, and any resident individual above 60 years can file Form 15H to get exemption from deduction of TDS from their interest income. Form 15G or Form 15H can be submitted for which transactions? Form 15G or Form 15H can be submitted for these transactions, namely interest income, to banks and financial institutions deducting TDS on interest income. Premature EPF withdrawals, any amount withdrawn 50,000 rupees or more before 5 years from date of opening the account is liable for TDS. But the compliances can be avoided on furnishing Form 15G or Form 15H subject to fulfillment of conditions. On rental income, if rental income is to lakhs 40,000 rupees or more during the year and resultantly tax is deductible, you may file Form 15G or Form 15H as per the applicability. Insurance commission, any insurance agent earning commission exceeding 15,000 rupees is liable to TDS and can validly file these forms. Income from corporate bonds, TDS is deducted on income from corporate bonds exceeding 5,000 rupees. Form 15G or Form 15H can be submitted to the issuer requesting for non-deduction of such TDS amount. Post office deposits, digitalized post offices also deduct TDS based on specified conditions. Form 15G or Form 15H can be submitted requesting for non-deduction of any TDS amount applicable. Dividends, if the dividend income exceeds 2,500 rupees then TDS is required to be deducted. Form 15G or Form 15H can be submitted for non or lower deduction of TDS. Proceeds of life insurance policy. If such proceeds other than those under Section 10 Clause 10D exceeds 1 lakh rupees in a financial year, then the payer is required to deduct TDS at 5%. The taxpayer can file Form 15G or Form 15H as applicable to avoid or for lower deduction of TDS. What are the precautions which needs to be taken care of while filing Form 15G or Form 15H? Some precautions, if taken care of during the complete process, will ease out the things. These forms are needed to be filed in the beginning of every year. Make sure you obtain a copy of acknowledgement to work as a proof in case of dispute with bank in future. PAN shall be quoted to avoid TDS deduction at higher rate of 20%. If your bank or PFI do not provide for online facility to submit the form yet, do not wait, go and submit it physically as soon as possible. Can Form 15G or Form 15H be submitted even if your total income exceeds tax exemption level? Form 15G or Form 15H can be submitted even if your total income exceeds the basic exemption level. But it cannot be submitted if total interest income for the year exceeds the basic exemption limit. The Income Tax Act states that the forms can be issued to those who provides an estimate of their total income on which tax is zero and total income comes after considering deductions and allowances. What is the information required to be furnished in Form 15G and Form 15H? Some basic information like name of taxpayer, address, communication details, and estimated income etc., together with verification and declaration shall be signed and submitted. The forms are divided into two parts. The first part needs to be filled by you and the second one by the authority you are submitting respective form to. Can NRI submit Form 15G or Form 15H? No. NRI cannot submit these forms. What is the penalty for wrong declaration? Any wrong declarations made shall attract prosecution and fine under Section 277 of the Income Tax Act. In case tax is sought to be evaded exceeds 25 lakhs rupees, then the imprisonment term shall not be less than 6 months, but which may extend to 7 years and fine. In all other cases, imprisonment term shall range from 3 months to 2 years with fine. Are Forms 15G or Form 15H an alternate to ITR? No, the forms are no alternate to filing your income tax return. Even if you have made disclosure about your income in these forms, you need to comply with filing requirements of IT return separately. What if I have tax payable after filing Form 15G or Form 15H? In case after filing the forms, your tax liability does not come to zero, then you have to pay the taxes. Moreover, this may amount to wrong or false declaration and can attract you repercussions, as discussed earlier under Section 277. So be very vigilant before filing these forms. Do I need to submit these forms to Income Tax Department? Not really. Actually, they are submitted to the authority from which you will receive income, and, on such income, the respective authority is liable to deduct the TDS. No separate compliances are required to be undertaken at your part. Does declaration needs to be submitted to every branch of bank separately? Yes, it will be better if any income accrues to you which can be tax deductible. Then you need to submit the forms to every branch of the organization from where such income is due. What if I do not furnish PAN details with Form 15G or Form 15H? Anyone not submitting PAN shall attract TDS at 20%. If bank has deducted tax in spite of duly filing Form 15G or Form 15H, can I demand for refund? No, even in case where bank has deducted your tax after duly filing Form 15G or Form 15H, you cannot demand for refund from bank. The only route open is to file your income tax return and claim refunds in it. What if I miss filing Form 15G or Form 15H? There are no harsh consequences to it. It is just that you will now be required to file income tax return to validly claim TDS refund. Can HUF submit Form 15G or Form 15H? Form 15G can be submitted by both. But Form 15H can only be submitted by resident individual. What is the limit for Form 15G or Form 15H? There is no provision for any limit. It is submitted when total interest income of the assessee is below basic exemption limit. There is zero tax liability. Will my interest income become tax-free if I submit Form 15G or Form 15H? No, the interest income is taxable. However, if tax on total income is nil, then assessee can submit Form 15G or Form 15H to avoid TDS deduction. Hope I have made the topic clear. Please do contact me for any clarifications in this matter. I am always happy to help you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for regular updates.